All right, guys. Hey, good morning. Wow, it's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. All right, so I have this pit going. Good old pit boss. I put the meat on about 7:30. So it's been 7.5 hours, right? Yeah, 7.5 hours. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So yeah, 7.5 hours. That's a long cook since I took that burner out, and the meat is doing pretty good. So we're right at 220, 230. That's perfect. That's where I want to be at. And it's been there for, I'm gonna say it's settled in about 5.5 hours. About 5.5 hours. Of course, it took about an hour to get up the temp, but the way I set it, it always locks in right in there. It did get up to just past 250, but that was fine. It came back down. But we're gonna go in the back and check it out. Oh, my ink burst says I did open it up 198. Okay, this which is right at top, but it's still rising because I did open. But this is perfect, and that's where it was for hours. So we're at a 7.5 hour cook, and these are sitting at 140, 139. I still, this is not my color yet. I got to go a little darker, probably about another hour or so. You can see the fuel in the back. We're gonna go back there in just a minute. I'm gonna spray this down, and I might add another log. Let's see that back there. So, and I got plenty of fuel still after 7.5 hours. So, I'm getting a longer burn with the fuel that I have in there versus having a burner in. And it's burning clean. Just water. Get out here, check your racks, make sure everything's level. So I haven't opened this pit since I closed it 7.5 hours ago. Yeah, we got to go a little bit darker. So right now this is leaning just a little bit. Just push it. There we go. First time spraying the meat. Okay. Push that over just a little bit. Perfect. Yeah, this one's leaning just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Yeah, that was leaning too. So we're gonna go a little darker. I had to get that mahogany color. It's just about there, probably another hour, hour and a half. We should be good. All right, see that last wood that's burning in the back? Let me turn it off. That's a beautiful color right there. And that's lump choco. To me, lump choco. Royal oak lump. All right, let's go check it. Let's go check the back. So now the ink burn came up a little bit, 240, since I opened this up a little bit. Now, if you want to get a little bit more airflow, do like this, just like that. That right there, that little bit of crack in that door, it'll get you above 275 to 300 degrees, and you can leave it alone and smoke like that if you have to. If you want to smoke a little higher, which I do sometimes. All right, but if you want to stay around 235, 240, close it. So this right here, I left this little crack, just a little. Usually, I use one side open, but I wanted to run just a little higher, which I did. Okay, but I'm gonna open both back up since I am up, and then the other side is wide open too. Look at that. I still got probably another 2 hours just You know, it'll hold at 225 just with that. Okay. Now, I don't have to add any more wood, but I am going to add just a quarter split. What I do with it? This little piece right here. That's it. I already know it's smoky, but I see it on my table, so I'm going to burn it. Perfect. Okay, but again, I will be putting my propane burner back in, but I'm just going to do a few more cooks like this. And you can see that you can do it with and you can do it without. And you do get a longer burn time with this divider plate in. And again, once you look in there, I got bricks in there too. So I think, as I said earlier, if this gets too hot, it will start burning on the other side. That has happened to me before, not often, but I want to make sure that doesn't happen by just putting bricks inside that divider. All right, okay guys, that's a wrap. I'm just going to add a little bit more fuel, go a little darker. Turn that back. And wrap these up. Because usually I'm wrapping about 150-ish. Okay, I don't wrap the to temp. I'll wrap the color. Perfect. So now that ink bird is back up to 252. Once you put some air in there, it'll get up. If you want to maintain that 235 for a long night cook, hey, do it this way. All right, guys, blessing to you, and I'll bring you back on my next smoke.